Introduction. We are here to present a play, The Facts and the Case of M. Baltimore, by Edgar Allan Poe, performed by Lauren, Sierra, Natalie, and Abby. Of course, I shall not pretend to consider it any matter for wonder that the extraordinary case of M. Baltimore has excited discussion. We must disclose the investigation due to misinterpretations of the case of M. Baltimore. I have been drawn to the subject of mesmerism for quite a long time. Baltimore arranged between us to call for me 24 hours before the time of his decease due to tuberculosis. He has now sent me a letter informing me of this. 15 minutes passed, and I was in a dying man's room. His left lung had, for 18 months, been in a cartilaginous state.
What about the right lung?
His upper right lung was partially, if not completely, ossified or turned into bone-like structure or cartilage, and the lower region was merely a mass of tubercles.
The ossification process proceeded very rapidly with Valdemar, did it not?
Indeed it did. When the doctors left, I spoke freely to M. Baltimore. I want to propose an experiment to you.
What is it?
It would be an honor if you would allow me to do a hypnotism experiment to conceal your well-being.
I would enjoy trying your experiment if it shall help me.
Delightful. At this time, a male and female were here, but I am not sure of their identity. Mr. Theodore L., the first, my medical acquaintance, came and rescued me from embarrassment from the anxious patient. Though I first wanted to wait for the physician, but I have been induced to proceed without hesitation.
I will gladly accede your desire of me taking notes on this subject.
Please, M. Baltimore, state as clearly as possible of what you wish me to do.
Yes, I wish to be mesmerized. I fear you have deferred it too long.
Rising action. Now, using all my power, I performed a lateral stroke by my hand on his forehead. Some minutes after 10, Doctors D and F called, and I performed the hypnotism. M. Baltimore's eyes have become glassy as an effect of the spell. I continued the manipulations vigorously until he was in complete slumber.
I will stay by his side all night. I will return at daybreak.
I will remain as I must.
This was my first success with mesmerizing. His body followed mine as a sign of my success. M. Baltimore, are you asleep?
Yes, asleep now. Do not wake me. Let me die.
I here felt the limbs and found them rigid as ever. The right arm, as before, followed the direction of my hand. I questioned the sleep-waker again. Do you feel pain in the breast, M. Baltimore?
No pain. I am dying.
This quotation describes how M. Baltimore is in his hypnotic state in order to keep him alive due to his tuberculosis. M. Baltimore will be at a quick state of peace until his awakening of death. Doctors, come quick.
Is death upon him? It appears so.
M. Baltimore began to move subtly.
Yes. No. I have been sleeping, and now I am dead.
The doctors left the room immediately. Everyone remaining after left. Time passed, nearly 7 months. Climax. The decision to wake M. Baltimore from his trance was made. Baltimore, how do you feel? Falling action. He begins to shake violently.
For goodness sake, quick, put me to sleep, or quick, awaken me. Quick, I say to you, I'm dead.
All people in the room were eager to see the patient awaken. Resolution. As I rapidly made the mesmeric passes, amid cries of
Dead, dead.
absolutely bursting from the tongue and not from the lips of the sufferer, his whole frame at once, within the space of a minute, or even less, shrunk, crumbled, absolutely rotted away beneath my hands. Upon the bed, before the whole company, there lay a nearly liquid mass of loathsome, of detestable putridity. This quotation explains the death in Baltimore when he is fully awakened from the hypnotism and feels the wrath of his 7 months prolonged death. Sometimes things are just better left alone. Preventing M. Baltimore's death was a huge mistake on my part due to death's inevitability. Letting him die would have been the better option because of possible pain and the amount of time. By putting him in a hypnotic state, every day of his death was building inside his body, waiting for him to awaken. When his consciousness returned after 7 months, he almost became a liquid mass due to his decomposition.